If you have a yield monitor in your combine, you've already taken a big step toward precision farming. Yield monitors produce the acre-by-acre yield data you need to see exactly where your highest and lowest producing acres are in every field you farm. Here's Clint Sires, Precision Farming Lead at Ag Partners.
The yield monitor is essential to the program. We can't do what we're doing without it. At the end of the year, it's basically our report card. If you don't have a yield monitor, if we're not keeping track of the yield variability within the field, the entire field's average, that sort of thing, there's no way we can drill down through all the information at the end of the year and have an end result or some kind of quantifiable result to it.
If you're not doing it already, intensive grid soil sampling is the second step you'll need to take in order to farm more efficiently using precision farming techniques.
A lot of growers in the past have gone out and maybe taken 1 or 2 samples per field, or maybe even 4 or 5 samples for a whole field, or maybe even a 10-acre geocomposite sample. And that's maybe good enough if you're just applying manure or something like that. But this program manages each field so intensively, basically down to a 60-foot by 60-foot square, that those general or broad soil samples just aren't enough to capture the data that we're actually looking for and analyzing in InSite CDM.
Once you've got your yield monitor and grid soil sample results, you're ready to work with an Ag Partners agronomist to sift through your own data using proprietary software called InSite CDM, or Crop Data Management. Specialized mapping software breaks down each of your fields into management zones, where you may increase or decrease your fertilizer application, plant populations, and other variable inputs based on that zone's yield potential. As Dallas Merton points out, changing inputs based on a software program can be a challenge for some families.
My mom and dad are old school. They've been conventional farmers for 40 years, that they've been doing it themselves, and it's really hard to change something that's always worked for them, and the InSite program was a way for me to let them be involved and myself to be involved at the same time and see the results. The first couple of years were kind of tough, because we were spending money on something that they're not for sure that's going to work. Why are we spending this money to be in this program when we're already successful farmers? Why do we need to do this? Well, in the last 5 years, I didn't even have to say anything to them, and they could see the results. Probably the best example was, I wish I could have had a picture of my mom's face the year that she was able to return, $9,000 in seed, for our variable rate seeding, and that was a huge deal, for us. That's a big number.
Dave Balder sees InSite CDM as a way to help coax better returns out of the same number of acres.
I guess the thing that comes to mind is we have a certain amount of acres, and we just feel like we want to do better with those certain amount of acres. And to me, that's more important than expand. Expansion is nice, but I'd like to make more bang with a buck, so to speak. Get more out of what we have now.
By aggregating data from all farmers in the program, Ag Partners is able to make recommendations with a great deal of confidence to farmers who raise crops on the same types of soil. And that's a big selling point for John Fredrickson.
And it's a way to look at more acres than your own, to see if what you're doing, minimizing inputs, grid sampling, variable rate technology, if those things are working, you do it on your own acres, and you think it's working. But when you look at that really large pool of data that InSite has, I think it's just a little more trustworthy, I guess.
As additional regulation looms regarding the use of crop nutrients, Fredrickson believes farmers who are part of the InSite CDM program are already a step ahead.
But I personally think we're a step up on everybody because of InSite CDM. In the fertilizer regulation, when we can sit down with somebody and show them, we've got mostly 2.5 acre grids, but we've got a lot of 1 acre grids. This is what we're using for fertilizer per acre on this acre, this acre, this acre. I think we've got a little leg up on that side of things.
Thanks for taking the time to view our InSite CDM precision farming video from your friends at Ag Partners.